Quorum sensing in Vibrio fischeri.
How do bacteria communicate with their neighbors? Cell-to-cell communication is known to be extremely important in multicellular organisms. However, unicellular organisms are just as regulated when it comes to intercellular communication. They do so through quorum sensing, a mechanism the prokaryotes use to respond to their surroundings. It is a mechanism to assess population density of the same species, and many bacteria use this mechanism to ensure that a certain density is reached before activating gene transcription of certain proteins. This is because some processes require a certain cell density to be functionally effective.
Bacteria can produce signaling molecules called autoinducers. These molecules can freely diffuse in and out of the cell. There are certain receptors the autoinducer binds to in order to transcribe certain genes, including genes that synthesize even more autoinducer. Because diffusion of autoinducer across the cell membrane decreases the autoinducer concentration, autoinducer is not synthesized. When there is a large concentration of bacteria in a certain vicinity, more autoinducer can bind to its receptors, activating more synthesis. This positive feedback of autoinducer upregulates the synthesis of other genes, such as luciferase, which is seen in Vibrio fischeri.
The autoinducer AHL is involved in a positive feedback loop, where high concentrations of AHL lead to the synthesis of even more of the autoinducer. When AHL concentrations are high enough, they will begin diffusing back into the cell and interact with the protein product of the LuxR gene. This protein complex acts as an activator protein that helps recruit RNA polymerase to bind and initiate transcription. LuxA and B are transcribed to produce the enzyme luciferase, which is needed for bioluminescence, and the other genes of the Lux operon code for the substrate needed.
Vibrio fischeri is a species of bioluminescent bacterium that can live in symbiosis with the Hawaiian bobtail squid. Vibrio fischeri lives in the ocean where conditions are constantly changing. Vibrio fischeri can also live in the gut of the squid because it produces an enzyme that can detoxify the nitric oxide found in the squid. The Hawaiian bobtail squid provides sufficient nutrients and allows Vibrio fischeri to increase its population. Vibrio fischeri is beneficial for the squid as it emits light via an enzyme called luciferase, which allows the squid to camouflage by imitating the reflection of the moon. This relationship prevents the waste of nutrients and resources by using bioluminescence only when it is needed.